Okay, I'm counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the technology connect. All right. Hey, so I want to get into this. I just went to this insane AI conference in San Francisco last week. I live in the area here. It's put on by this wildly entrepreneurial firm called Clay. It's called the Scope Conference. But anyways, a bunch of entrepreneurs there, AI. What we're all and big firms were there. Google was there, Perplexity was there, OpenAI was there, on and on and on. So what we were all talking about, and the keynotes, these leaders of the founders of these firms were talking about were outreach campaigns in a very big way, multi-touch outreach campaigns, enlist, enrichment, intent data, all this stuff that I go crazy for. And if you follow me, we've got a proprietary AI tool for all that: lead list, curation, enrichment, getting intent data, outreach, all of it. And so I want to mention here, because this was a discussion I just had with someone that we're onboarding right now, is what happens when you're doing your cold outreach. So I just want to show you this first, because this is an important stat. I probably should have put this on top, but 85% of your leads are going to be long-term leads. You're not going to convert them in the short term. That's true for the best marketing people on the planet. So let me show you why then, if that's the case, which it is, this multi-touch outreach is important. And here's a mistake that a lot of people make. So first of all, we all got to do cold outreach campaigns. It just, it's your engine. They need to be robust as you're doing these other things. And what a lot of people do is they just do LinkedIn campaigns, if they're doing any cold outreach campaigns at all. And so you've got to do LinkedIn campaigns. The platform is great. We continue to get a lot of business from there. Clients are getting business done the right way. And so I see a lot of, executive coaches I work with that come to me, Vistage chairs, other businesses, law firms I'm helping. Some are doing LinkedIn campaigns. Most of them are just doing it manually, and that's all they're doing for their cold outreach. And so the problem with that is, let's say you've got 500 leads and you're reaching out now. If you're just doing LinkedIn, think about your connection rates on LinkedIn. Number one, if you have let's call it a 30% connection rate, 35% connection rate, that's pretty darn good on LinkedIn, meaning 70%, 65% of the people of these 500 leads you're not interacting with in this one channel you're reaching out on. That is not a proper outreach campaign. So do LinkedIn, but do it right. And this is what I was going over with a client. We've got a frontline dashboard for LinkedIn campaigns. It's awesome. We automate. We have AI built into it. We're scaling that all on LinkedIn. Personalized messaging. This is how you do LinkedIn right. Personalized messaging for each individual lead, not messaging that's supposed to hit 500 leads, but each individual lead. This is what AI is doing today. Okay, so now you have LinkedIn going. Awesome. You're humming along, cranking away, but you've got to have other pieces also going on. And this is really a comprehensive outreach campaign that all of us are doing, that are doing this, correctly. And now the outside of LinkedIn, you've got touches going on, which involve calling bots. This is where AI steps in. So we've got, these insane calling bots that are calling, really effective. The logic's fantastic. Calling bots to leave voicemails, to interact with your prospect, to book a meeting, and they can even take calls, call back to book. So the bots are great. It's a great touch point. So bots, SMS, this is texting, and done in the right way using SMS. I use that more for warm leads versus cold leads because I don't want to piss people off, but SMS is a great tool. When warm leads know you've got their cell phone. It's a good touch point for getting things done. Email, of course. I'm over here, by the way. So email here. And then we've also got the CRM for the touches that are going out. So these are touches off of LinkedIn, CRM, tracking, calendar integration, always important. AI is involved everywhere, pipeline management, and then nurturing. This is key for AI too. If people, are long-term leads, like I said, many of them, you got to nurture them with touch points and guiding, teaching, helping them over time. So the nurture becomes very important. So my point in all of this now is that when you run a campaign that's done right, you're touching somebody wherever they're showing it. Maybe they're opening an email and seeing it. Maybe not, but maybe they're checking out LinkedIn over here. Maybe they're more active for whatever reason on LinkedIn. Or, certainly if you are sending an SMS, they're going to check that out. Everybody does. That's a big touch point today, used by people like me and others. And then the calling bots are just next level today. So you want to just wherever you can get somebody to see you, get interested, engage, obviously is what you want to do, not just LinkedIn. So I just want to get this out there because this is on my mind, talking about it with a lot of people. And I'll always say a couple things here that if you want to get on a call with me, you can scan the QR code. Love learning about businesses. Get acquainted. I'm happy to show you what our AI tool is doing and how it manages outbound campaigns and tracks and so forth at a very high level. So just use that QR code. And would love to meet you. All right. See you next time.